Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the QCast, where we aim to make you think a little differently today. The QCast is partnered with Tradehouse LLC and also is uploaded on YouTube via Quantum Creations FX. First of all, three of us want to say thank you all for coming out and supporting the podcast on this nice Monday evening. On this episode of the QCast, we'll be touching on the topic of routines. We will be supplying the knowledge on this topic, and we will also be taking questions and comments from the viewers within the stream via Twitch. If you are watching the recording that will be uploaded to Quantum Creations FX on YouTube and the audio recording that will be uploaded to the QCast on SoundCloud, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit down and support our channel. So, how are you guys doing today? You can unmute your mics.
Sorry. Video on Instagram. I'm doing good, dude. It's been a good day. It was raining. Kind of ruined my run this morning, but it's fine. That's what it is.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
I'm doing pretty great. Excited for episode 2 of the QCast. These are just getting more fun and more fun each time. So
we got a good one.
I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one. Honestly, I think this one's gonna be the best one yet. I think they're just gonna keep on getting better and better and better. So,
how many viewers are we at?
Well,
we're at 8.
12. Holy
12. Shit. Okay, we got 12.
13.
OG Fire Hayes says I'm ready for COD Modern Warfare.
What's up,
I am too.
Jonathan Cuevas, is that him? Hell yeah.
John Cuevas?
We also have 2 new follows. I think John followed us, so thanks, John. I appreciate it. And the second one is Puntin' Babies.
Love it.
Oh gosh.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Well, shit. Let's just talk about our days for a little bit. How you guys said you're doing good, but how was the day? How was the day?
Woke up this morning around 6. Got up, did a little yoga, did a little meditation, went for a run. I was like, nah, I can run today. Went shirtless because I thought we'll be fine. And then as soon as I got maybe 200 meters away from my house, it started downpouring. So that was interesting. But yeah, today I just hung out on the charts, watched some videos. Impact Theory, Joe Dispenza, awesome. Sad Guru was also a good one. Got some Jamba Juice.
Hey,
dude, whenever you get Jamba Juice, you know it's gonna be a good day. Honestly.
Damn,
You just feel good.
Dude, but at least you weren't wearing a shirt in the rain. Like, I think that would be worse than.
That's a valid point.
That's facts.
That's a valid point, dude.
That's
because
facts.
without the shirt, I'm not gonna lie, I felt very cool. I was like, oh, this 2 miles is gonna kick my ass. Felt like a badass, not gonna lie. Cars are probably watching me like this kid's an idiot. But
it's all right.
It is what it is, dude. Just gotta accept it for what it is.
Also, Puntin' Babies is Devin.
Welcome, Devin.
That's great to know.
Hey, Devin. What a name.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I wonder what thought
I was gonna ask that. Brady, how about you? How was the day?
Dude, it's been good, man. It's been a good day. Like, I'm excited to talk about routines because my morning routine has just been getting fire and better and better and better. It's honestly so important. I just got a gym membership. So and this week I was challenged to go to the gym 5 days a week. Day number 1 checked off the rocker. Tomorrow I have a session with some personal trainer. Like, I get like 3 free personal trainer sessions. So
what?
Tomorrow I'm gonna be getting personally trained by some guy named I think his name is Greg.
I bet he's just fucking jacked.
I bet he's swole, bro. I bet he's.
Damn, dude, you get 3 free personal trainings. That's awesome. I did the 7-day free trial there, dude. I love that gym. Terrible parking, but the pool is pretty cool.
Dude, they have a parking lot. You can park for free.
Oh, really?
Where do you go?
Yeah. Gold's Gym, downtown Milwaukee. Shout out to Marco for the recommendation.
I was gonna say, I think I remember Marco posting stuff there.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, shit.
What about you, Jared? What about you? How was your day, bro?
My day was actually, I woke up at 6:30 with Abby because it's her first day of college today, so I wanted to, be a good boyfriend, give her a hug and a kiss.
You guys have a sleepover?
Yeah. Actually, not my parents, her mom, but.
Jesus.
So yeah, I started my day off pretty good. Came home, sat down, mapped out my day, got everything done that I needed to get done. This is obviously the last thing. Had a really weird dental procedure today that I never had. I got a crown today, but it's only temporary. So, you guys know what a crown is?
Yeah.
That shit it freaked me out for some reason. It freaked me out. He was like grinding away my fucking tooth, and it was the weirdest thing. Cause like I couldn't feel half my face, so you could just feel him like kind of like just digging in there. Oh, it was.
Nah, dude. Anything that's being done to my teeth, I hate it very much. Dude, I don't know anyone who went to high school with me or had any classes with me sophomore year must remember the spacers. That was incredibly uncomfortable. Just having like when they go in and just like chisel away at your teeth, and then they put the spacer in there. I had a giant gap. Dude, it was terrible. So I hate the orthodontist. Braces were god awful, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think what got me through today, basically coming off one of my best weeks to date this summer, last week, was kind of just continuing with what I had mapped out for my mornings and everything. Like Brady already said, routines are huge. Like us three, we live by routines. Like we all like just have mapped out things that we have to do in the morning to keep us sane. So we have good days, so we don't just derail and completely ruin our days and ruin our weeks. So I mean, like we all value routines to the highest of our ability, and I mean we just live by them. I mean, I guess you guys can add stuff about routines. I mean, we could go on forever, so I guess this is what it's about, like,
Yeah, that's why it's the top. Dude, I absolutely love routines. Before it was like when you first, everyone knows that a morning routine or just some type of routine is good for you because you're setting up a system for yourself. Mm-hmm. And anytime you can implement a system instead of just going into your day like on a whim, you actually have a plan of attack. So you're like, okay, I need to get this done, this done, this done, and this done. Instead, I love routines because it's my favorite part of the day. As soon as you wake up, do your affirmations, do whatever you have planned out. I got this self-care journal where it basically helps you map out Brady's got one too, helps you map out your day. And I'm telling you, yes, dude, it makes it so much easier because you're not so anxious. You know exactly what you need to get done. And then when you have a good morning routine, the rest of the day is a breeze. You're just like, damn, dude, I feel productive as hell. I usually start just by making my bed initially just so I get one task out of the way. Just, start off on a productive note. And then hop right into some yoga. I'm telling you, dude, you just stretch your body out like right as you wake up. Gets you feeling good, gets the juices flowing. Hop right into meditation after being completely stretched out, and you're just like completely zen. Feel very good. Don't think at all. You just connect with yourself. And then after that, I like to just go for a run, get my heart pumping, get the blood flowing through my body, gets the juices going in the head. And then after the run, dude, after that part, it's just you feel so like productive and so confident with your day already. And if you wake up early enough, by the time you're done with the first half of your morning routine, it's like 7 o'clock and you're like, holy shit, like I got the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. So then I hop into reading, I journal every single day, like to document every single day, just kind of get whatever's going on in my head, put it on a piece of paper. I journal and then I don't read it, but I keep track. Like today was day 49 of 90 days, and every 90 days it's a different chapter, and we're on chapter 4 right now. I started it as soon as I started trading. So it's just been really, really, not as soon as I started, but like maybe in September-ish. It's been crazy, dude. I'm telling you, journals, if you haven't started journaling, just do it. You don't even it doesn't have to have any structure. You just get your thoughts out on a page. Mm-hmm. After that, usually hop on some IML TV. I read a lot. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you guys basically read the books with me. I just post messages. And then, whatever I have to do after that is usually, I have some type of schedule for after I'm done with my morning routine. you know, maybe some calls, maybe I go do something, maybe I got to go to work or something, but makes it very, you go clear-headed. Your whole day is like clear-headed. You're not anxious. You're not like kind of just running through the day, rolling with the punches. You're throwing the punches. You're the one that's like, you got everything planned out. And there's something kind of liberating about that. It's kind of weird. It's like a paradox, honestly, because you have it so structured that you feel free to, you know, when you do have little pockets of time, you feel free enough to be able to do shit because you're like, well, I've been so productive today. You know, right now I could, you know, meditate, read a book, go take a little nap, hop on some FIFA or God of War. But yeah, just your routine is bomb. I'm telling you, if you haven't set up a routine to some degree, it doesn't need to be extensive. It could just be a little, you know, as soon as you wake up, 10 push-ups, and then, you know, maybe read some affirmations, do a cold shower or something. It doesn't need to be crazy. It's just doing something as soon as you wake up to get your day started. Okay, I got this done. Now what do I get done next? What do I get done next? Instead of chilling in your bed, nothing, you know, you're not starting your day off on a very productive note. And just because you have a bad morning doesn't mean you have a bad day. But I always like to just get shit done right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I think like having a morning routine is honestly, once I started implementing a morning routine is when my life really started picking up. Like I started being way more productive during the day. I started getting a lot more done, and the results in everything in business and life and just really everything really went to the next level. Because when you start your morning right, when you start, like everybody knows that like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, because how you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day. So if you start your day laying in bed being lazy, you're already setting that tone for the rest of the day. You're setting the tone to just lay in your bed and be lazy. But if you set your day, like the one thing that I've found that helps me the most is I put my phone on the other side of the room before I go to bed. I have my alarm all the way up, because then if I don't get out of my bed, my alarm's just going to keep on going. It's going to keep on going. So I know that's going to get me out of bed. That's going to be the thing that gets me out of the bed, and I win that first battle. Like, this goes way back, like all of our podcasts, like all the things I say kind of intertwine. Like just winning the battles winning the small battles every day is what's going to help you get to the next level. Like if you can win the small battles, if you say, like, it's the common phrase, like your mind's the battleground. So every day we have battles that we have to face, and those are the decisions that we're faced with are the battles. So if you can work on just winning those battles right out of the gate, you can start out on top. You can start out on top of the day. So then if something bad does happen, you're already up here. That's only going to bring you down here. But if you're starting low and then another thing gets you down, it's just like setting yourself up for an unsuccessful day. Like, win the small battles in the morning, and then you set the tone for winning the battles during the day too. So like in the morning, you're going to be like, oh man, I'm so tired. I don't want to get up right now. It's 5:30 in the morning. I really don't want to get up, put my shoes on and go to the gym. But I know if I do that, that's setting my day up for success. So in my morning routine personally, I've been kind of switching it up a little bit so I now got a gym membership. So now I go to the gym in the morning, but I used to wake up at 5:30, and then I would go for like a mile run just to get my energy flowing, get the blood flowing, because object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you get yourself in motion, eventually like that's just going to lead to more motion throughout the day. So focus on getting your body in motion right away, because then you stay in motion. You stay in a state of momentum. And when you're in momentum, you can go farther each day. Were you going to say something?
I was just saying that was a nugget, dude.
That was a fucking fat ass nugget.
We just dropped fucking fire. I'm just sitting over here like.
The crazy thing is, I think, is that even if you don't have like a mind, in your head, you don't have a strict, like written out, I guess. Written out is very loaded in that sense, but if you don't have that routine, you still kind of have a routine, because everyone wakes up. We're people of repetition. We like doing things over. We like being comfortable in things that we're familiar with. So you wake up and you go, let's say you wake up, go downstairs and brush your teeth and take a shower. You do that every morning. That's a simple routine. It's still a routine, even if you don't have it in your head. The difference between that and having stuff mapped out, what I'm doing every day is, like you said, Brady, is those battles. You got, like, even the smallest of battles. You win the small battles, it doesn't matter. You're still on a high, like you said. Like, that I think is the biggest takeaway for routines, because, like, it's just insane what kind of difference that makes, especially in my day. Like,
definitely
1000%. And like the thing about routines is it's not just morning routines. You can have routines for every part of the day, honestly. Exactly. Okay, like something we know because we trade and stuff like that is you have to have a routine before you're getting into the markets. Like before you're going to look at the charts, you want to clear your head. You want to get onto a level of calm into your head. You're not thinking about anything else. You're not hungry. You're not horny. You're not anything. Like it's like whatever. Like you've got to get rid of everything else so you can be focused solely on the charts like right away. Because if you're not, then your mind's going to be somewhere else. You're not going to be focused. And focus is the biggest thing. Like routines help create focus. And when you're 100% focused on the task at hand, when you're 100% focused on what you're doing, you're going to be the most productive. So routines happen in the morning. They happen before big events. Like you'll see like athletes or like dancers or whatever, they have like a pre-show routine or a pre-game routine, whatever it may be, sometimes called superstitions. Like I have to do this every game. Like I have to wear my left sock inside out because I'm going to play better. And that's just getting yourself mentally prepared to win. You're getting yourself in that state of, okay, if I do this, I'm going to be set up for success. Even though it doesn't directly correlate to the outcome necessarily, but it's getting your mindset right. And we understand that life is 90% about mindset. It's 90% about how you look at things, about like what's going on in your head at any given situation. So like really focus on like setting routines before like you have a presentation. Do some kind of little routine that's going to get you in the mode to get into that presentation. Have a routine. Something I've been working on implementing that I haven't 100% really implemented it is nightly routines. Something I do before I go to bed, because then you're getting your body and your mind ready to go to sleep. And then you do a routine in the morning to get your mind and your body ready to work, ready to be productive. So routines really prepare yourself to be 100% focused on the task at hand. And focus is obviously the most important thing, because if you're not focused, you're not putting 100% effort. Like I listened to this podcast about mental residue and like it was Tom Bilyeu. I don't remember who the guest was, but it was like how to lessen your cell phone usage and become more focused. And he just talked about the mental residue, that if you're not focused on what you're doing, then what you're doing isn't going to be very successful. Like you're not going to be very successful at what you're doing, because, so like example, let's say we have a task that we're working on some kind of project, some essay, something, and then you get a text message. So then you go, you look at your phone, you reply to that text message, and then maybe another thing comes up, and then you're sidetracked, and then you come back onto this and you lost your train of thought. Your state of flow is now gone, and you have to rebuild that. And that's so much more difficult after you lost focus, because now you have to regain focus, and you're in the middle of what your state of flow, and you interrupted that state of flow. So now you have to restart that, and it's hard to pick up where you left off, because now you're at a different level. You're at a different state of consciousness because you interrupted your routine, because the actual action of what you're doing is also part of the routine. Like the thing that you're preparing yourself for is the end of the routine. You're doing all these things so that you can do that the best. So that is considered a part of the routine. So now you just interrupted your routine. You're no longer focused, and you're no longer in that state of flow. So if you learn anything, it's set some type of routine. Like these guys said, it doesn't need to be this big long thing. Like I personally, I wake up at like about 5:30, 5:45. I hop on the charts. I check what my trades did last night, everything like that. And then I put my shoes on. I drive to the gym. And then at the gym, I do my workout. And then I come back. I usually do yoga before I leave the gym. Then I come back and meditate. And then I now I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to get started. I'm in this state of momentum. I'm in this state of getting things done, because I'm getting things done starting at 5:30 in the morning, when most people are getting things done starting at 8, 9, and 10 a.m. when they're just waking up. I'm at peak performance. So that's setting me a level above the competition. That's why you see all these great athletes, all these great entrepreneurs, all these people who are the most successful in their fields. They're waking up at 5 a.m. because they understand, if I can get started before everybody else, then I'm going to be at peak performance. That means when I'm making that first business call in the morning and that person just woke up an hour ago, they're still drinking their coffee, half asleep, I'm at peak performance. I'm here, I'm present, I'm going to close the deal, whatever it is, So routines are very crucial in what you do in your day-to-day basis. So if you start your morning off on the wrong foot, that's not to say that the rest of your day is screwed and you're going to have a terrible day, but that's just starting off at a losing position in the battle. Every day, if you imagine all these battles you're facing and you're already starting at a loss, it's going to be harder to gain up to that winning, to that momentum state. So start your day off with small wins. The small wins is what helps you win the battle. And what the battles help you win the war. And like I said in the beginning, when you win the war, you conquer your mind. And when you conquer your mind, you're at an unfuckwithable state of mind. No one can fuck with you because you're now at this peak mental state that no matter what negativity is thrown at you, no matter what kind of bad thing happens in your day, no matter if this person says, no, I don't want to join, I don't want to be a part of what you're doing, or like you get a bad grade or you get a bad text message or something like that, that's not going to bring you down, because you're already up here and you're already in that state of mind, that conscious state of flow, that conscious state of momentum, propelling yourself forward in every single battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Kind of going a little bit off what you said, and Jared, you said it earlier. We're like repetitive beings. Human beings. We are habitual. Everything is a habit. Whether you know it or not, you're doing a habit. Subconsciously, your mind controls you. It's like the little alien in your head that's controlling your every move. So when you wake up in the morning, you go grab your favorite cup of coffee. But one of the trippiest things that I ever learned actually was on Impact Theory with Joe Dispenza. He talks about how, actually, I don't know if it was Impact Theory, but I know it's Joe Dispenza. He talks about how your thoughts also have a routine. Your thoughts pay attention to your thoughts tomorrow, and then pay attention to them the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And you're going to realize that your thoughts are the same shit over and over and over again. Every single day, it's the same thing. So the routine comes into play in a multitude of ways. Yes, you get your day started on the right foot, you get yourself moving, you're productive and whatnot. But then if you can get yourself on a routine of starting to fill your head with the right thoughts and and keep your mood and vibration at a high state, positive affirmations, good things on Instagram, etc., you constantly are training your brain to be a lot happier, so that you get to that unfuckwithable state that Brady was talking about, when you could have negativity come your way. Realistically, any negativity coming your way is usually just a projection of that person and their deepest fears and all the problems going on in their life onto you. It never, ever has something to do with you. So that's why controlling, like Brady said, winning the battles, controlling the mind, that shit's going to help you so much. All the negative things that could potentially be negative. Not everything is negative. Everything is, you're at a neutral state, but you're experiencing either negative or positive things happening to you. Your reaction is what, determines the outcome that will have on your life, or the, what is that? What was I thinking of? I don't know the word, but the impact, sorry.
I was just about to say that.
It would have on your life, because it's just like, one thing could happen to me that's really not a big deal to me, but then it could happen to Brady or Jared or, whoever else, and it could just completely ruin them. I had my my mirror fall off, and I still talk about it, but it fell off, and I remember at first I was pissed because those new scooters that came into town, some drunk person the night before, they were riding around, and you could see the skid mark on my car, knocked off the mirror. Initially, I was pissed. I was like, what the hell? now I got to pay for this, whatever. But then I realized, I'm like, well, shit, it is what it is. I can't do shit about it. I get a new mirror. And I mean, what's the worst that happens? I got to drop like $60 on them repairing a new mirror. I mean, it really is not a big deal. But then there are other people, I'm not being specific here. This is an example. There are other people that happens with, maybe me last year. That happened to me last year. That would ruin my day, possibly my week. It would completely dismantle me. I'd be so pissed throughout the rest of the day. I'd just be getting triggered. I'd be I'd be at work and something would happen. I'd be pissed off. It's a very minor situation. I think that situation pissed me off. No, the situation that pissed me off was the mirror that fucking, sorry, I'm getting off topic. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, your mind, whatever thoughts are going through your mind are going to dictate how you react to certain situations. So that's why these, goofy positive affirmations that feel so cliche when you say them at first, they're actually reprogramming your mind. You get into a routine of reprogramming your mind and your body, then you're just going to start operating in a much higher frequency in a much more productive fashion. That's something that, once you start a morning routine, you realize that. You're like, oh shit, like I'm getting stuff done. And it's all because, I woke up in the morning and the first thing I said was positive affirmations, because as soon as you wake up, your mind's in a very vulnerable state. So whatever content you give it, it's just going to eat it. So you hop on Instagram, you see some negative shit. I mean, I love conspiracy theories. I had to stop getting on Instagram first thing in the morning because that's all the shit that's on my page, on, the home page. I have to go to the Explorer page to find all my stories. But if the first thing I see in the morning is like this really disturbing conspiracy theory or some crazy thing, it really, I notice it has an impact on my day, because that's how I started my day. First thing I go is, see how corrupt the government is. Damn, that really pisses me off. Like, I'm going to really have to dig deep on this yoga and meditation to clear that from my mind. When you wake up in the morning, you start off with those affirmations, then you get up and you're like, let's go. Like, I'm pumped. It's just it's crazy. And it's called mind hacking. You're just working with your mind. You take a thought and you become an alchemist with it. A negative thought and you're like, nope, good thought. You can just switch that right around. Try it if you don't believe me. I can assure you, you can literally sit here and put yourself in a very negative energy and put yourself in a very negative mood, or you can sit here and raise yourself into a more positive mood based off the affirmations and thoughts that you let yourself consume. You can do, the highest vibration is gratitude. First thing you want to start off with in the morning is some gratitude. I'm grateful as hell for my fucking hands. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for my room. I'm grateful for this and that. Or you can start out the morning and say, I hate my life. I talked about this on my story. As soon as you as soon as you wake up, if you're pissed off that the day begun, and you're like, damn, fuck it, I don't want to be awake right now, blah, 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 you already lost the day. You didn't even give your day a chance. You have no idea what miracles could happen to you. You have no idea what blessings could happen to you. But you're not going to be able to see those blessings and see those miracles come because you're so focused on how shitty you think your day is. Sure, it may be shitty at some points, but every single day, you do not have a shitty day every single day. If you're having a shitty day every single day, that is your fault, and that's just the cold, hard truth that you have to come to terms with. Now, some days may be worse than others, but if you can wake up and just start yourself off at a very high vibration and just continue operating at that, you have the choice to do that. And that was such a liberating aspect for me. I was like, damn, I'm really, I fucked up and a lot of things, a lot of mistakes that were made are completely my fault. Took full responsibility for that. But now I'm in control. Now I get to dictate how this situation is going to have an impact on my life. And that is fucking amazing. That is something that is still every single day. I'm just like, it's crazy. It's the simulation, dude.
Dude, and I saw this little clip of a podcast or like an interview with Joe Dispenza at Trade with Matthew on Instagram, posted it, and it was Joe was talking about, he was like, when somebody says, oh, so and so did something and that is why I'm so upset. Like, you see this person who's going through upset and you're like, yeah, man, like, why are you so upset? And like, oh, this thing happened this morning, this person did this thing to me. What you're really saying is you're letting that person dictate your emotion, dictate how you feel during the day. You're letting them control your state of being. You're letting something that somebody else says. And like Hunter says, what somebody else says has nothing to do with you. 100% to do with everything that's happening inside of them. You understand why? So think of this. You're super upset. You're in an argument with someone and you say something stupid. And then after the fact, you realize, that was kind of mean. I shouldn't have said that. That's because inside of you is all of this anger. It has nothing to do with what that other person is saying or doing or anything. It has this anger is being built up inside, and you need to let it go. You need to let it go onto other people because you can't get rid of it. You can't just like take it off of your shoulders and just move on. Like there was this another thing, like he posted right after that. It was, if you think of people like garbage trucks, everybody's got this garbage in their truck, and eventually the truck gets so full they got to dump the garbage somewhere, and sometimes that's dumped onto you. Sometimes that's dumped onto you. Someone else is dumping their garbage onto you because they don't know where else to dump it. So they're dumping their garbage on you, but you can't let that get you upset. Like you can't let that affect your emotions because that's someone else putting their garbage onto you. That has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So all you can do in that situation is just give them love. Mm-hmm. And how you clean it up is just giving them love. Just being happy, sending gratitude, loving them because they're just a human being. They have problems, they have emotions, they have things that they haven't dealt with, and obviously they need to work on those things, but you getting mad at them in return doesn't do any good. It just creates and escalates the problem. It's now two people having this garbage war at each other. They're just dumping each other's garbage on each other, and what good does that do? It just makes a massive pile of garbage that somebody else has to clean up. So when somebody dumps their garbage on you, just meet them with kindness and positivity and love, and don't let somebody else's actions or their words or their emotions impact your actions, words, and emotions. Because if you're letting them doing that, you're letting somebody else control you. And you can't let somebody else control you. Those are the battles that are happening in the day, is by letting somebody else impact you. You're now losing that battle. When you had the opportunity to win that battle and win with kindness and love wins over everything. So if you just display love and kindness like nobody, you become unfuckwithable. And the way that you're able to express love and happiness is by being in a state of gratitude. By being in a state of gratitude, like Hunter said. Being in a state of gratitude is the highest emotional state of being. So if you can be living in a state of gratitude, you become unfuckwithable. No matter how much garbage someone throws on you, you're still able to meet that with kindness and love and positivity. Because if you let that person get to you, like I said a million times already, you're letting that person control your emotions, your state of being. And if you do that, you're losing these battles. And we talked about conquering our mind. And if you're letting somebody else control your mind, you're no longer in control. You have not conquered your mind. You're not living in a state of gratitude. You're letting somebody else be the voice inside your head. You're letting somebody else control that. If you let somebody else control that, you're going to live in negativity, because majority of people are negative about life. They don't like what's going on. They don't like something bad in life. Like, it's just this bundle. They're just carrying around so much garbage, and they're not able to let it go. That's garbage you carry around, the more garbage you can take in. So just remember that when met with like hate or anger or whatever it is, just respond with love and positivity, because if you do that, watch what happens to that person. They're going to get upset at you because you're not letting them affect you, because what they really want to do is they want somebody else to be upset with them. So if you get upset with them, you're letting them accomplish their mission. You're letting them accomplish what they wanted. So they're like, it's just this this match of frequency, this battle of frequency. Someone at a low frequency, if there's two people at a low frequency and this person drops down here, this person's just going to come getting sucked right back down. But if you're at a high frequency, this person's at a low frequency, this person can't touch you. You're untouchable. Nobody can change your mind.
No doubt.
So,
Jared, you want to touch on that?
I mean, I was just letting you guys go because you guys were feeling it. So, I mean, anything that you guys have said already, I could say. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I'm gonna shout out a couple follows here. It happened a while ago, but you guys were going. I didn't want to cut you off. West Ham fan 77, little Premier League guy. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. And then Sledge_vocals. Thanks for the follow.
Ethan
really
Hookstead. Let's go. I love Ethan. That's my dude. I want to touch a little bit back on what Brady said, because that garbage is there's actually Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now. He actually talks about that, and that's the garbage is called the pain body. So you get mad, and anyone who knows me and has been close with me, especially my family, if you guys are on here, you know, when I get mad, I get caught up in that emotion. I get caught in the energy of that emotion. And I remember taking some time a couple of times when I got mad recently. I remember I had to sit with myself and say, okay, what is this? What is this? That's your pain body. That's all the pent up, all those negative emotions. Everyone's carrying it. Tony Robbins, maybe he's not, but everybody, you know, the general population, the people who are, you know, living whatever, everybody carries a pain body. So your pain body is that thing that gets triggered. As soon as you get triggered, there's the pain body. Sad, depressed, mad, anxious, whatever it is, any low frequency state is the pain body. People may refer to them as their demons. Sure, pain body, I like that. It's a little bit nicer. But whenever you get mad, a really awesome practice is to stop yourself. And first of all, feel the anger, feel the sadness, feel the depression, feel whatever emotion it is, and just say, oh, okay, I see you. I literally have this internal conversation. Like, I see you, pain body. Like, I know you're trying to trigger the shit out of me. Brady, you know, we can go back on that. You know exactly when I get triggered, dude. And it's like, I still do it. This past weekend I did it. I was sitting there and this pain body just taking me over, and I'm just sitting in the bar with my parents. We're trying to enjoy dinner, and I'm just like, like, I'm just so, I can't even eat. I'm eating my food, and I'm just like, like, I was pissed. And I'm just like, it took me, you know, I had to get bitch slapped in the face by Brady, kind of set me straight. And I just remember sitting there, I'm like, okay, that was the pain body. It still has a little control over me, and it was as much control as I can give it. But the more aware, you're not going to get rid of that shit. You know, you're really, it's going to take a very long time. Maybe if you go travel to the Tibetan mountains and sit on a mountaintop for a couple of years, it'll go away. But until then, you have to just have awareness of it, so that when you get into these emotions, you can say, before you have a crazy, outlandish reaction, which I'm very good at doing, you go, okay, this is my pain body talking. I need to feel this emotion. I need to squeeze the juice out of this lemon. I need to throw the lemon out. I need to get over whatever it is that is causing this reaction, because it's really not as big of a deal as I'm making it. And 99% of the time, whatever's triggering you is because it carries some level of truth to it, or you believe it to some degree. Even if it's something that you're like, I don't believe that, it's triggering something within you that isn't even that situation alone. It's pent up stuff from, you know, from the start of your life, whatever conditioning you have. It could be, you could react quick because your parents reacted quick, and that's just all you've been raised to see, is your parents react to situations just like that. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's how we get mad. Okay, boom, let's get mad. Boom, let's get mad. Oh, this is a very minor situation. No, it's not. Boom, mad. Like, it's the weirdest thing, but I promise you, if you can put that awareness to your pain body, it's going to make a lot of really, really, really stressful, frustrating, angry, sad situations, and it's going to make them a lot better. It's actually going to be a growing process, because the more awareness you put to it, and the more times you practice feeling whatever negative energy, whatever pain body that is feeding you, it just changes things. And actually the pain body, the pain body actually feeds off of the subconscious mind. It feeds off of your lack of awareness of it. That's why you get so caught up in the energy of the emotion that you're feeling, because you have no idea that this is overcoming you. You think this is just sometimes usually you think it's a natural reaction, which sometimes it is. But over time, the more awareness you put to it, it doesn't like that. And it's going to go away. It's going to hide away. It's going to come out during one situation. You're like, nope, this is the pain body. The pain body's like, shit, saw him, damn. And then it goes away. And you have it sounds very simple, and it is, because we overcomplicate things. I'm telling you right now, pay attention to all of your emotions. Just watch your thoughts. Pretend actually that all of your thoughts are an external source or an external person. Just think it's your friend that you can never get rid of. This is untethered soul. It's just your friend, and it's sitting there, and you just pay attention to every single thought, and you realize a lot of the shit that your friend is saying to you, you can't shut them up. So a lot of the shit that your friend is saying to you doesn't carry very much meaning to it. You're the observer of your thoughts and of your external world. So everything that happens to you, you're the observer, and you're also the controller of the reaction that you have to it. So the more control that you get, as Brady said, over your mind, implementing routines, you get more control of your mind. And a routine is paying attention to your pain body. Then you're going to realize, damn, this life shit, it may not be easy, but it's a lot easier now that I know I have control over one thing, and that's my reaction to every single situation that I have. And the way that you get control of that is being completely dead honest with yourself and taking 100% responsibility. It is a hard ass thing to do. I'm telling you, it's very hard to take full responsibility, but you have to be able to admit when you're wrong. You have to be able to admit when you messed up. You have to be able to admit, yeah, this whole thing that I'm freaking out over is actually literally my fault. So some things are uncontrollable, but your reaction is controllable. So something shitty could happen to you. Yeah, that's shitty. It is what it is. Or you have a crazy reaction. You don't admit you're wrong. You try and fight. You put up your defenses. Your pain body takes over, and it's like, damn, that just made the situation 10,000 times worse. It just caused me more suffering. That's all the pain body does. It feeds off suffering, feeds off your negative emotions. That's why it's called the pain body. And, Brady talked about coming from a place of love. Love is an illuminated state. When you think of love, if you were to think of it as a physical manifestation, it would look like an angel, God, the divine. So when you come from a place of love and gratitude, you're shining light on that pain body, and it just completely, it's like an alchemist with whatever the hell is going on. Sorry, guys, I'm ranting here, but
go off.
Dude, once I start talking about Eckhart Tolle, that shit just takes over. There's so much I gotta say about that man.
Dude, it's like, dude, when you get talking about this stuff, it's like you kind of channel that inner like Eckhart Tolle. It just starts, it feels like it's just like flowing out of you. You're just like, and like as you're talking about it, you like make another connection in your head. You're like, whoa, I never thought about it this way. And then you can spew that out too. So it's like, that's why I love doing this, because we just get to talk about things that we're learning, about things that we're working on, and how everything works. And it's so amazing to just have this kind of platform to be able to kind of share what we're learning, because I think what we're learning is so powerful, and I know it's changing all of our lives, definitely. So I'm glad that we get to share it with the 17 people who are live right now, and everybody else who is watching on SoundCloud or YouTube after this is uploaded. But like this, I love this, man. I love this.
This is the shit. I knew we had to start a freaking podcast. It's just a place to just put your thoughts out. It's like a journal. Whoever sees it. However they react to it and however they feel about it, that's on them, dude. I feel like this is just our little place to go and talk. Like Brady said, just talk about whatever the hell we're learning. I love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, also, if you guys are getting value out of shit that we say, or there's something that resonates with you or something and you want to go more in depth on it, reach out to us. I mean, the reason you guys are on here is because you probably follow us on some social media platform. This is shit if Ethan Nagel's on here, dude, we have had some amazing conversations, and I absolutely love when we get conversating, because you got awesome shit on your mind. I have some pretty dope shit, and we just converse, and I love those conversations. Those are real conversations. That's what I'm here for. I live for those.
Yeah, I mean, OG Fire Hayes, definitely shout out to Jared. Says Klein is doing a good job with the podcast, though, for real, guys. Let's give him a round of applause. Our man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Jared definitely is the mastermind behind all of this. He made this platform for us to be able to share our knowledge. So mad love to you, Jared, for doing this, for putting this out for us.
Thanks,
And mad love to everybody who's hopping on and listening to this. Like, even though you guys are talking about some whack shit in the comments, you guys are still here listening. Like, so that just note, like, week after week, like the same usernames coming in. So it's like, I'm glad that everybody is hopping on week after week and is here for the QCast experience, you know. So
how many viewers are we at?
17.
17. Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
I like how like we have a set topic, kind of like, you know, but then we think of something else. We're like, holy shit, wait, let's go over there into that room and talk about that shit. I like that because like yeah, people are like, maybe people are coming on to like, oh, they're talking about routines. I have a trouble with my morning routine. Let's listen. But then they come for more than what they actually came for, you know. I like maybe people watching just see me sitting here and like going like this and listening, like you don't realize like these guys have so much knowledge and like maybe like I just like sitting here and listening to these guys talk. So.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, my ADHD kicks in so hard. That's why I just go down like 50 different avenues. 99% of the time, I completely forget what I initially started talking about, and then eventually I like wrap it around. I'm like, oh, okay, I remember now. Like, dude, it kicks up, but dude, you're talking to two people that have ADHD and ADD, very severe. But
well, shit. I mean,
yeah, I mean. Like Jared said, we start talking about routines, and then it all interconnectedness, because we were kind of just going into the psychology of what a morning routine can provide for you, like how it can help you, not just like how it can help you throughout the day, like how impactful a morning routine can actually be in your life if you implement it and you take it seriously. Like, everything we talked about has to do with morning routines. We started for morning routines and we went off on the impact that it can have and how it can help you win the battles throughout the day, so you can conquer your day and you can be in control of your day and you can have the most productive day possible. And that's all leading back to your morning routine. Everything we talked about is less powerful because if it doesn't stream from a morning routine, because a morning routine helps propel you into those states of being that we were talking about, so that you can become unfuckable, so that you can have this positive outlook on life, so that you can be more productive during your day. It all starts with a morning routine. If you start your day off with a morning routine, I can guarantee your life is going to get better, because you're just going to be in a better state of mind. You're going to be more productive and more shit's going to get done. So if that's like the challenge here, I guess, that we're providing, is like, everybody work on setting a morning routine for this week and just doing it. I know some people are starting school and stuff like that. Some people aren't, but implement a morning routine and see how your life changes. I mean, bro, like I would be willing to put money. He's questioning me saying guarantee about how your life will change after a morning routine. Try it out for like 2 weeks of a morning routine and just see how it affects your life. And if it doesn't change your life, come back to me and let's talk, because I would love to hear how it didn't impact your life, and how, like, I would love to hear that. I would love to hear how it made your life worse by doing a morning routine, because I honestly cannot think of one negative thing about doing a morning routine, honestly.
Dude, hey, that one person's just a special case, because all the most successful people in the world, morning routine works for them. But hey, that's the thing. If you don't believe any of the shit that we're talking about, go ahead and try and prove us wrong. Like, if I'm spewing out shit that isn't true or factual or whatever it is, call me on it. Like, I don't want to be talking bullshit. Right? I want to be talking seriousness. So if there's any problems you got, go ahead and try it and prove me wrong. Like, that's all you got to do. Morning routine, if you think it doesn't work, maybe you should try it. And then tell us, oh, yeah, it didn't work. But it is what it is, I guess. People always find shit to question.
It worked for me.
Devin, Devin says it worked for me. For sure, man.
Hell yeah, it worked for Devin. That kid's a freaking tank.
Savage.
Dude, God. Devin, your trading room is unreal. I am so I need a trading room, dude. I need to just get like a nice little room with all these nice little lights, some that salt lamp, that Himalayan salt lamp, some crystals. Trading will go insane, dude. Your room is, I idolize it.
McKinnon says, I love you, Hunter.
Love you too, McKinnon, bro. I've loved you since the first day I schooled your ass.
Whoa!
Soccer, buddy.
McKinnon, what
He's
do you
gonna
think
say
about
some
that,
shit.
man? What do you think
He's
about
gonna say
that,
some
man?
shit about.
He's gonna be like, oh, never lost.
He's not wrong, but
Yeah, he isn't. You're right.
it hurts because it's true.
I just want to say something quick. Obviously, there's a handful of people chatting in the chat. But for all the people that maybe are watching but don't have an account to interact, making an account is free. So, I mean, it's just another thing to come on and interact with people that are trying to give you knowledge. I mean, not really trying to give you knowledge. I mean, I guess we are, but we're just talking about what we like to talk about. So, like, there's obviously a handful of people talking in here. But for the other people that aren't talking or aren't able to talk, get an account, because if you have a question, if you have an account on Twitch, you can ask that question. Or, obviously, if you're here, you saw on our social media, like Hunter said earlier. So just reach out to us if you have a question. We're obviously way more, like, I don't know what I'm saying, way more. We're obviously open to answering your questions. A very happy fellow says, you haven't answered questions. Okay, a very happy fellow. What is your question? Hit us with a question then. We can start answering questions at the end of this here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys shoot your questions. No, we're not going into QN or Epstein. I'm sorry.
Who asked that?
And this is not necessarily a Forex podcast where we're gonna go through how much money we're making.
He just says, how much money have you earned through, dude? Like, the topic isn't 4X. Like, I don't understand. You don't have to ask that question. Like, it's not going to get answered. If you're getting mad that it's not getting answered, it's because it's not the topic, and we aren't going to answer that question. There's no relevance to that question right now. That's like if you're in a math class and your teacher's teaching math and you ask him about a paper you're writing in English. There's no correlation. There's no relevance. He's not going to answer that question.
Forex is providing us enough value for us to have been doing it for a year. Let's just leave it at that, and for more people to be joining.
I mean, but honestly, if you guys want to learn more about Forex and we can like ask more questions about Forex, add us on Instagram, send us a DM, and I would love to talk more about it. This is just not the time nor the place to be going into that.
If you really want to learn, we have opportunity calls for people that actually want to learn. We have our mentors that plug in and just literally throw nuggets at people that want to learn. So if like Brady said, if you really want to learn, reach out to us and we can supply you with the answers to those topics. And what is the topic of this podcast? It's in the title. It says routines.
Just didn't read the ad.
You didn't read anything? You just didn't read it.
Posting silly comments and stuff.
And you were in here from the beginning.
Every week, so I mean.
Yeah, you were in here from the beginning.
I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you.
I dropped my Instagram in the chat, so feel free to give me a follow, send me a DM if you have real questions about Forex. I'm more than happy to answer there. But with all that being said, I just want to say again, I appreciate every single one of you for hopping on this call. You guys are the people who keep this podcast alive. So thank you all for hopping on our podcast here on a Monday night and listening to what we have to say. It honestly does mean a lot. Yes, a very happy fellow. It is over. We're not gonna go longer. Otherwise it just gets too long. We lose viewership and stuff like that. But there's gonna be one next week. If we can get the more viewers we get on here, we will talk about doing another podcast. If you guys like another one, like 2 a week potentially. So if you want more QCast, send this out to your friends. It's every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
For real, praise that shit.
Post that stuff on your Instagram, send it out to your friends, tell them to hop on, because if we get to, I don't know, we haven't discussed the numbers yet, but once we get to a certain level, we will have some very special guests on here for you guys that will have way more knowledge than even we have, and we'll be able to create even a more impact, provide you guys with more motivation. Whatever it is you guys are looking for, I know we're able to provide it, and we have the connects of people that you guys want to hear from. So if you want to have more QCast, send this out to your friend. We will make sure that the podcast flyer is dropped a little bit earlier next week, so that way we can get it out for more people, and that way you guys can send it out to your friends. So yes, I agree. Special guest would be very cool. I'm very excited to get to that point.
Definitely got stuff in the works. Stuff is
definitely behind the scenes information. I'm excited to be able to one day share it with you guys once we get to a good point in our podcast viewership. So if you want more QCast, if you want special guests, blast this out on your social medias. Put us on your social media right now. Even post a story with us. Get the recognition out. Get the name out, because that's how we get our viewership. We're not doing ads. We're not doing any of that stuff. We are just simply posting this on our social media, and whoever comes. And if you guys want more special guests or want more QCast, post on your social media as well. Get the word out there. QCast every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
For real, guys. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. We'll be here next week, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take it easy, y'all.